number 4
Thor.
in this matchup is going to take place now. VortiX with the Mongols against MarineLorD's Ottomans. Khan teetering off right now to collect those sheep, and we do see that double dog play taking place here. It looks like MarineLorD, is he actually just immediately making a barracks in his base? Yeah, it looks like it's immediately a barracks from him with the Ottomans.
Yeah, I think we've seen like some matchups where people will potentially do like a proxy racks, like so you prioritize the dock first. I don't think you want to do it here, right? Because that just means there's another building that a Mongol player can potentially come over the top and burn down.
Yeah. It looks like MarineLorD really took to heart the game that we just saw with Beastie against Luciferon, because in that game, Beastie was a little bit later with his barracks, actually quite a bit later, because he did build it as a proxy. So the MarineLorD just making those spearmen right from the get-go now does mean that he's going to be having a sizable mass out earlier. So he might actually be able to get that timing in where he's going to be able to burn down that dock quick enough.
Yeah, of course, these docks a little bit tankier than they were once upon a time, right? I think at one stage they were 2k health, and they reduced them to 1750. In the old days, they were just 1500, so even easy to target down. But at least means you need a few extra spears, of course. Always have to remember, 12 villager start means you can easily reach that spearman mass faster than you're used to seeing in your pub games.
In the old days where we also had the animation canceling and scouts just casually burning down docks in like less than a minute.
VortiX Luciferon dominating tournaments. I think that was their last reign of, I think I'll call that one a reign of terror. Right, MLord, of course, was up there as well. If you were good at animation canceling, you were good at winning, was quite simply the way AoE4 worked. Oh, dark days. Dark days.
All right, here we go. Spearman now focusing on towards that dock. So he is going to go for the far dock. So it's not going to be as quick for him to rally those spearmen over there.
Maybe he
It
didn't.
looks like VortiX is...
Did
he didn't scout it?
No, I'm not sure if he scouted it. Because, like, why would you go for this dock first? Well, I guess you're contesting the other one, right? So maybe he just feels like this is an edge either way.
Isn't the deep sea fish there in line of sight of his dock? Then he should really know that there is 100% some fishing going on.
I think it's maybe he's just trying to get rid of VortiX's safe eco, and then he'll come over the top with aggro elsewhere. Yeah, so it's not a bad idea, right? Like, because I think MarineLorD's process is probably also that VortiX, because this is his home dock, he probably built it sooner, and thus already has more fishing boats there than in the other pool.
Yeah. Uvu now getting placed from VortiX. So he is going to be looking to get some production out as soon as he hits an XH. The Spearman mass right now is building, though, and that dock is going down fast. So it's a really nice timing here in comparison to what we saw from the Beastie game, where Beastie just didn't get enough Spearmen out in time. And this timing here just looks way, way more convincing for MarineLorD.
I mean, it almost looks like VortiX just wants to go fast feudal, but like the timing on it, we've seen what happens, right? You go fast feudal, you get your first archer ship out. If your opponent's up at 8 or 9 spears, with good micro, they'll still get the dock.
Yeah.
It is.
Stone's now going up, 7 villagers, so... But the dock is 100% going down. This time the dock goes down before the age up even occurs.
Yeah, I think you can get both docks here quite easily. Like 8 spearmen, you just micro it correctly. The only play for VortiX to maybe save the other dock is if he goes for an archery range and gets like 2 or 3 archers out.
I'm doubtful just because of the walking time. VortiX actually now pulling 2 more villagers just to rush that age up out a little bit quicker.
Should be a decent chunk faster now. The thing is, we have to remember, MarineLorD hasn't moved across to this lake. And in fact, VortiX is just going to reset on this one. So the problem he now has is like, MarineLorD, his eco is going to be at risk from this play. VortiX's, while it is idled, it can still come back online on a delay.
Yeah. What's also really nice for him is that sure, these fishing ships right now don't have a drop-off point, but they can still gather up to full. And as soon as there's another dock there, they're immediately going to be able to put in those 160 food.
Tech ups come through. MarineLorD is on the way across to burn the other dock. He's also teching up himself. Actually, surprisingly, not as far behind VortiX as you maybe would have thought, especially when you consider VortiX has taken a hit to his current food gathering rates.
Yeah, and also MarineLorD, he's patrolling with his spearmen on the other pond, so I think VortiX might actually not be able to get that dock up. Actually, now he's circling all the way around. Ooh. All right, maybe he will. The earlier... Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right.
What's that?
I mean,
you
he
want
still
this
doesn't
late?
have line of sight. Yeah, that's gonna go. That's gonna work.
Oh, wow,
That dock is gonna go up.
So he snipes the Khan. This is pretty good, right? So now VortiX is playing a very blind game. He can see around the ponds due to scouting vision on the fishing boats. But anything on land can sneak by.
All right, now A-Drop has come through for MarineLorD, and now he's going to be going for a... Is it a Hulk? Yeah, Ottoman's get a Hulk.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's going to be a Hulk now, and VortiX has not prepped the demo ship as Lucifron did the last game.
He hasn't got the wood right now. He's too busy trying to get himself more fishing boats and whatnot alongside this. And also the archers. Yeah. I understand the archer play, like it's kind of required now to address the spearmen, but it feels maybe a bit predictable, right? Like, could VortiX, is there any other unit he could have went for here?
Not really. I think he could have probably just ignored the spearmen for a little bit longer, just at least enough in order to get... Actually, never mind. Now he has an emplacement on there. He should be fine there.
Okay. So I'll reset it.
That's so good for the Mongols. Like, that emplacement is just... Yeah. Just getting free emplacement pretty much on water, it's so valuable.
And that's going to be beneficial in the other pond where VortiX dropped a more aggressive dock because he can now get an emplacement there and cover MarineLorD's fleet. Oh, the fishing fleet. One of them is going to go down.
At least one fishing, yeah. It's something.
Oh, well, this is someone too. The spearmen are like, what's that? More things for us to burn? With an attack speed boost? Don't mind if I do.
Yummy. Yeah, that dock is going to go down really, really fast. And this time, it looks like the Spanish player is not going to be able to take over full water control.
This time, it looks like MarineLorD might actually get his cake and get to eat it. Right? Because it looks like he actually should have a decent foothold on both lakes. Instead, VortiX will have to look elsewhere for eco benefits now.
Oh, going up there with 6 villagers to rush that dock up, so...
he's hard committed to it. I'll give it to him.
War junk, but we got a demo ship there, so...
Where you going? Where you going? To Valhalla. It's great plays by MarineLorD. Not letting up on the pressure. VortiX also just kind of doubling down on archer ships, right? That's the only thing he's building right now. Landmass is also limited on both sides, but MarineLorD is adding a new layer to his cake. Sipahi are on the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that you can add right now. You can't really go for anything other than archer ships, because Hulks immediately get absolutely destroyed by the demo ships. It's so easy to just prep a demo ship and then immediately take it down, take a Hulk down with it. You need at least 2 docks in order to be able to mass any significant Hulk numbers there, unless you already have archer ships out.
There's archer ships. They're trying to get nuisance, but Hulk's going to make them forfeit the fight. The problem is, like, I'm just thinking of the value this one Hulk has got so far. It's kind of getting insane at this stage.
Yeah. It's been repaired so many times as well. It's just the survivor.
Don't mind me, just gonna leave. Don't worry, we got fishing boats on the other lake. Thumbs up. Okay,
VortiX has so much wood in the bank right now, he's just not able to use it effectively because he just doesn't have the food income. Just because the food has been effectively denied on the water for him, so...
But they are now
the
both...
wood is there, just no food.
Well, they're both suffering that, right? Like, neither player is really using the fishing boats. You can see on one side, they're always just garrison. The other side, they have to always repair. So this really just comes down to land eco. It's an area where the Ottomans do feel pretty good, though, right? Because they have got that Madrissa. Oh, demo. Oh, not the target they're looking for. Maybe get the shot out. Oh, come on, emplacement saves the day. Well, that's going to cost him again.
Sipahi coming out right now as well.
It just feels like MLord is just like one step ahead in these ship exchanges, right? Like, it's very difficult. VortiX is at least resetting the other pond. But I'm just at the stage where I'm just like, at what cost? It just feels like this whole place is barren of fishing.
I mean, he's got an amazing...
okay, that's the cost.
All right, so...
Boom!
Yeah, VortiX is looking ahead. So VortiX was floating so much wood that he wasn't able to invest into water because he was lacking the food. Boom, just second TC. Easy transition.
And one that might not get scouted too soon from MarineLorD. MarineLord's attention, I mean, well, they call Marine for a reason, right? He just focused on the water side. So this is kind of snugly hidden away. Stealth Forest protects it from scouting on the east side. The only way that MarineLord's going to see this is if he goes directly down the center.
And behind all of this, I mean, the second pond is still under control from VortiX. Well, I say under control, but now suddenly it's not that much
it's
under
tentative
control
at
anymore. It's
best.
still anyone's game, yeah.
And also, he's got no fishing. The crazy part is if he had a fishing boat on that other lake, he would see this TC due to their scout range.
Yeah. Ooh. Demo baiting.
I don't know. I kind of feel good about VortiX's position still.
Yeah, it could definitely be worse. Putting it like that.
I mean, it could always... Thank you for the realm of positivity there, Kraken. It could always be worse, right?
Could already be dead.
Yeah, you know, it could be worse. He could be trying a TC rush play, you know? But, I mean, he's
Right,
landed.
it looks like VortiX has finally completely given up on that pond. He knows that he's not going to be able to take control over that one.
So he's parked on this other lake now. MarineLorD, he needs to get some pressure on the map. I like this play from him. Maxing out on the Sipahi. VortiX is still lacking any defense force on land.
Yeah, I mean, he did have some archers earlier, but now with the Sipahi, it's going to be really, really tough for him to, well, get any unit out there on the map again. But the gold mine from VortiX is really far away from his TCs, and it could be exposed here. Now we see the Sipahi going towards it. Okay, he already got an outpost there, but is an outpost going to be enough against 10 Sipahi? I don't think so.
He has got the Yam, though, so it always makes it difficult to gap close that. Still,
Yeah.
VortiX, is he just going
True,
fast?
and the outpost,
Is he going fast?
it looks like it. He's prepping the barracks for possibly men-at-arms, but I don't... Like, the thing is, you can't really go for spears just because it's so easy for the Ottomans to also mass archers. So I think the most viable play would probably be to just go to the next age and try to get a timing in with the men-at-arms just to defend yourself. And now we see a villager actually going across here, going for an outpost rush there.
Can we call it a rush at 12 minutes?
It's still feudal age, that counts, right?
12 minutes in villager frenzy mode. It's like old man reflex. Like, oh, I'm going to rush him. It's 20 minutes in the game, Grandpa. Go get some sleep. So it looks like he's going to be pushed back. Spearman coming out. Now, there was an investment to getting hardened Spearman. Understandable, though, right? It's incredibly cheap.
I like how just that one singular spearman suddenly was like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
yeah, we got 10 spy here, but nah, that dude is looking hella mean. Let's not do that.
He's got Guan Yu Spear. Run. Like, dude, this guy's not to be messed with. And, well, now is VortiX's move now. Step redoubt on the way. MarineLorD, he was trying to garner together the resources to go for his own castle age timing, but his is going to be delayed.
All right, spy. Once again, they find their courage. They're gonna dive. Potentially, maybe. That one spearman still holding his position. Yeah, spy, they don't...
But they
can't
fear
take
him.
that.
They know he is the natural predator of the Sipahi.
They fear him for a reason.
So they will burn stone instead. Such a smart and elegant force. How do you even burn stone with torches? Like, bro. That'd be some
enough.
Greek fire, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Greek fire from the Ottomans. I mean, it's close, geographically.
They yoinked it from the,
They learn from each other.
Byzantines, you know? Like, thank you.
True.
Still, I'm seeing... Is that one fishing boat? Dude, it's so grim every time I look at the attempt.
Oh.
Like, I respect
Khan is
VortiX,
just passing.
Wait, what?
What is that Khan doing? Oh, that's a big play.
Behold!
He's putting down the scouting falcon right under the TC from MarineLorD. Now he
He's
knows
so
everything.
Tanky. He's so stupidly tanky. He's like, guys, I
It's a
respawned
free
in the
unit as well.
Ottoman Empire. What up? Man, MarineLorD, he wants everything. Look at this aggressive TC drop, Castle Age on the way. VortiX hasn't really got the troops out yet. He got this Castle Age timing, but the Lancers haven't really been able to do anything so far. Instead, they're forced to defend.
Yeah, so now also MarineLorD is adding a second TC of his own, so the economy is going to be somewhat even, but always got to keep in mind that MarineLorD is playing as the Ottomans, so he does benefit from that free production. Oh, no.
Wait. Whoa, no. But no, the God Spears are here. Okay, it seems they've gotten over their phobia of spears. Psych! I mean,
All right, that was spicy for a
Underwhelming?
short time. TC goes up. Yeah, could have been worse.
Call it what it is.
And I'll say could have been worse, but I mean the worker kills right now. MarineLorD has done his damage.
A lot of them
not just
were
on the fishing part, but yeah, not just on the fishing part though. He also got a couple of normal land workers. Oh, that's what the plan was. He wanted to go out to deer up there. Yeah, his food department is looking not too juicy at the moment, so gonna try and juice that up a little bit with the venison.
Medium rare, only way to do it. Juicy enough.
Oh.
Knights in the meantime, I'm going to return the favor on the other side. Wow,
Even
that
Stevens,
was like
he sells himself.
Like, that was like a dramatic death. I've never realized how long the Ottoman death cry is. So you heard that, right? It's like,
Right now, I'm actually doubting myself. I'm not sure if I even heard that.
Okay, please tell me someone heard that. Otherwise, I got bigger problems here.
Flicker kind of sound. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I really don't think I heard that.
It's like he was gasping for his last breath. Always reminds me of Christopher Lee and how he explained that when you get stabbed in the back, it's like you're gasping.
I'm gonna have to turn my volume up just to hear that the next time the night comes around.
It was beautifully visceral, is what I'll say of it. Lance is almost dying, but only getting one.
That time I heard it.
You see what I mean? Well, he's like, give me the Sipahi. Now, see, this is the mistake, VortiX. If you'd taken all 3 spears and surrounded the Sipahi, MarineLorD's Sipahi was so scared they wouldn't have moved.
The thing with Sipahi, like, right, the Mongols, they take in military from all different kind of civilizations, so they get to the Kargan Palace later on, they get their palace guards, they get their roost warrior monks, they don't differentiate. The Mongols are the least racist civilization in the game.
So this is how you're hoping to get top 20 on the leaderboards, buddy. If Khanate Palace is your plan, you better pray they don't hit 400 subs this weekend.
I'm gonna get that Hu power out.
Hu power. Oh, I want to see it. I really want to see it. Sadly, we're not going to see it this game, I don't think. I have a feeling this will be decided much quicker than Imperial Age.
Got 1,800 gold in the bank right now for VortiX. He's got a lot of gold that he could use. Question is, for what? For what would he use this gold right now? There's a lot of spears out on the map.
Bribe MarineLorD into peacetime for a few minutes? It's a possibility. I mean, like, honestly, I'm looking at the relics. There's still 2 relics. Max Shamans, which will give you even more gold, which
30-minute no rush.
No, this is just non-stop. MarineLorD.
Yeah, it's so scary because that's not even the full military from MarineLorD, right? Like, we see that he has 23 spearmen. They're somewhere. And now also crossbows coming in, more knights, free siege from the Mammoth Imperial Armory, even more production buildings coming out. And I mean, MarineLorD right now, looking at the military numbers, 15, 16 to 58, that just spells doom in the coming moments here.
No, this is not the least racist civ you were telling me about, all right? I mean, admittedly, the way they were least racist is they equally killed everyone, but it doesn't really feel like VortiX can kill anything right now. He's at risk of being killed himself.
That's an invisible horseman right there, if I've ever seen one.
In before they walk back before
very
they go on
sneaky.
packs. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's going to save them. Oh.
How fortunate.
Guys. when crappy, weird interactions work to your advantage.
Oh, that's a huge military mass, and oh my god, if VortiX doesn't like suddenly get like 20 units of any kind out there soon, then that's gonna be really rough for him. Like, just archers right now would be really nice. Okay, yeah, he is making archers because he does have a good amount of wood, so just archers right now would actually do really well against all of those spears. And now he knows. Now he knows what he's about to face. Yeah, and he should despair looking at that because that's scary.
Yeah, boys, pack it up and run it away. Possibly to map 5, unless VortiX can pull out a hold here. More archers being built, as you talked about. Now, those are going to be veteran archers, so somewhat threatening, but MarineLorD, you know, he's dipped his toes in multiple pools here. Heavily armored units are being mixed in, not just the knights, but men-at-arms on the way. He's got crossbows to answer the lancers on the other side. Just so much more well-rounded than what VortiX has. And you have to wonder, like, VortiX, despite this 2 TC play and a little bit of flirtation on the fish, how does he actually mass an army quick enough here?
Yeah, I mean, Probably not at all. He is making some Springles now, but he doesn't have a melee front line with which to protect his Springles, to siege at all, so that's probably gonna be a dead TC unless he chooses to move it away. The Mangonel is really, really hurting him here right now. Okay, now he gets his Knights in there with the Stealth Forest. That means that the true army count from VortiX is going to be a little bit hidden here. Knights are now trying to act as a meat shield. It's never a good idea against this many Spearmen. And Armor Arrow, I think it was coming out here, but now the Springles are going to go down, and it's just the...
The meta would have actually made this a hold, but he still can't kill it on the backside. I mean, that's the front line gone.
Springle coming out just to die.
Yeah, I can't believe it. 17 health. Like, the TC's not even targeting, nothing. It's crazy. Like, maybe, sure, MarineLorD still has a fourth left after this, but maybe it's like 5 or 6. That attack speed or up just gave him the push through there. And now, VortiX, everything's also,
he mixed in some men-at-arms there, and that means that as soon as those archers, like in the front line, they're just firing on the spears on the knights. As soon as they get a snag onto the men-at-arms, it's going to take them much, much longer in order to get past those. Yeah, that's going to be it right now. He's in the economy, and I don't. Yeah, there's that has to be GG now. All the villages going down.
That's the thing, Crackedy. Remember, like, he just sees a small trickle of troops in his base. We know the truth. It's a quad up in military. And that's enough. He sees the second wave. He waves the white flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a full best of 5.
Ah, game 5 against these, between these absolute titans here in the game. MarineLorD against VortiX. Man, these were really, really close games so far. But it looked like in this one, just MarineLorD, he knew how to react.
Yeah, I think it was quite interesting the way that this clash kind of commenced on the water side. Like, it always felt like it was decided by one ship at a very early phase, right? Like, MarineLorD being one step ahead. I mentioned it in the cast that every time you look back at this naval assault, it's almost like, if VortiX just had one extra ship, right? If he was just like one step ahead on the next follow-up, maybe he can get back on the water side. But this gluttonous build got shut down, and MarineLorD, like, you see the solution, right? We saw how powerful the Mongol double dock drop can be, but we also now see the counter to it.